So in a world where Zenkai 7, Red 7, Gohan exists and is dominating the game, we have ourselves the second best character in the game. Pretty much decided by the entire community here, which is Zenkai 7, Red 7, 18. And back in the day when she was originally thrown into the game for the first time, I did my very best to go ahead and pick her up because I knew there was going to be a girls team that was going to be centered with Videl as well. So it was when you have a tag that says for supports girls and all, or female warriors at the time, you know that the other ones are soon to follow. This 18 was decent at the time for what she was, and they really wanted to balance her so that way she wasn't. They gave her what double blasts. Yeah, double blast, yeah, double blast. So they didn't really. That was during a time when the kits were they didn't want to make them too good, so they threw in some really bad things to them on purpose to provide this pseudo balance before they started ramping up the craziness that we have today. So yes, I own Zenkai 7, Red 7, 18. I had her sitting at Red 7 for like the longest time. No, this was before even knowing the Zenkais were even going to be a thing for this game. So, yeah, this is just a us going through her kit. I'm pretty sure this has been done to death because well, she's the second best unit in the game. A lot of times people will throw her on androids, just because there's a lot more hacky stuff on the androids team setup. But you're at my channel. I run her on the female warriors team where she can be equally as great. Let's see here. These are stats, incredibly good. She holds double blasts, which, like I just explained earlier, is contrary to what she is made for, which is being a melee type. But we'll get into that very soon. So we got her strike, we got basic blast, power blitz here. Deals major explode damage plus 50% own key recovery for 10 timer counts. It's primarily only really good if you want to just charge up for a little bit with her before you kind of yeet out of there. And then we got infinite energy reactor. Her pretty much her bread and butter for this card for being so darn impressive. Plus 20% of damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. -5 to own strike arts cost for 10. And she changes all the blast arts cards to strike arts cards. The fact that she's able to do that gives her so much flexibility to just change whatever she wants at any given time. Let's say you're fighting somebody that's a special cover change unit. Well, don't use the green yet. Use blast, and then you just sniff them out, and then you can start using your green to kind of resume the combo. It is such a very powerful tool for pretty much oppressing your opponent. Then you got Deadly Dance here. Deals massive impact damage. The following effects occur on hit. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade +5 to substitution counts. Really good. For 20 timer counts. Seals enemy strike arts. Seals enemy strike arts. The sealed arts cannot be used for 7 timer counts. That is like an eternity. You're forcing them to use either a combo ending super arts or ultimate arts or a blast attack, which is way easier to telegraph because of how long the animation could play. So yeah, you're pretty much in the driver's seat once you hit this one and you land it. You're pretty much stopping Kefla or Vegito Blue from attacking you, since a lot of their kit relies on it being strike based. So that is a very good ult. We got our main ability, which gives you, of course, the ult. It restores own health by 20%, which is good. A lot of times I'll just pop this one in, not even caring if I'm going to use the ult, just to get more health out. Key plus 30, plus 40% damage to ultimate damage inflicted, which is nuts as it is already. And we got her Z ability here, plus 25% to girls base, strike attack, and defense. Again, strike attack and additional defense. That is really good. And it's not as high as maybe like you've seen with the Chi-Chi's, which was going up to 35%. But considering what type of character this is, she doesn't really need this. And then plus she has a Zenkai ability, which is further buffing her ear, which is increases the following to element yellow and android, which I think the only other yellow android that is worth even mentioning is the yellow cell, the instant transmission cells, super perfect. That is amazing synergy between them. But she's, in terms of like the female squad here, she's the only one really getting this. As we get the 40, 35, 40%, 35%, a lot of this is just really darn impressive just for her to have on top of what other stats she has here. And these are her main abilities. Let's see. We got 4 minutes in here. I'm trying to go as fast as I can possible so you don't have to sit through all this. slow trogging here. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield if there's an android or girl's battle member other than this character in the party. So, plus 40% damage inflicted, cannot be stacked, plus 50%. So you got an additional 40% damage just because she's on a team full of girls. It's crazy. And then we got plus 25% damage inflicted against Tag Saiyan. An amazing ability to have because the game will always have Saiyans. It's just because Goku and Vegeta are the most popular characters in the game in general in Dragon Ball, so you'll always have them. And draws a special arts card next when this character enters the battlefield. Activates 3 times. It's the special is the green. In my experience playing the game, that is more than enough. Even if you go over the 3 limit, you're not really going to be missing it because by that point you're probably going to either get a green naturally or it's best that you don't transform all your cards into strikes. It is such a good tool to have, just swapping in, having a green, and being able to be flexible with I feel like doing strikes now. No, I feel like having blasts. So it's such a good essentially you're driving the fight. You're commanding where the fight goes at that point. And then shall we continue, which was the Zenkai stuff. These last 2 ones are Zenkai additions. Applies the following effects to self every time when faced with an enemy. Restores ki by 20. Increases arts card draw speed by 1. This alone is what makes this character so darn oppressive. You get into a situation where you're about to kill somebody, they swap out. You could pretty much just kill that person too. And then they swap out again. You can kill that person again just because you're getting all this card draw speed. And if you were smart and you reduced all your cards with the green to maybe like 5 cost, and then you're getting ki on switch as well, you're pretty much just infiniting the combo. 18 can do a lot of infinite combos essentially with her kit here. It's disgusting. And then lastly, we have here the Elegant Combat, plus 20% damage inflicted for 10 timer counts every time this character uses a strike arts. Again, just because. Restores own ki by 10 every time this character uses a blast arts. Like, why? Like, why? And applies the following to self when battle starts. Plus 40% to strike damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 25%, cannot be cancelled. It's like this here alone just adds to her survivability in the game. So she could tank extremely well. And this makes her like the core anchor of the game. I think the only thing that could really give her issues, of course, is Elif Gohan. He's red, she's yellow. Type advantaging. That's normal for the game's mechanics. But like any other unit, you're pretty much just either one combo death or you're just you're gonna get them so low that they feel pressure that they need to swap to another card, which gives you more chance to continue doing damage to the entire team, and it just doesn't seem like it stops. The biggest problem that you have when you're fighting a duo fight is a lot of times that it just matters of who gets priority first. If you got 18 having landing a combo on you first, you better just sit there and accept your fate, because the moment you swap to another character, you're just giving her a chance to either farm more Dragon Balls or just kill that character instead. This is how broken this character is in general, and I have no regrets trying to pull her. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll get to the last character next time. Bye-bye.